What's up everybody? Welcome to the Stocks channel. My name is Cory, and today in the stock market we saw a relatively mixed day with the S&P 500 looking pretty flat and the Nasdaq 100 inching down just a little bit more. What should you expect to finish out this week in the market? First up, let's take a look at the S&P 500 SPY ETF. So let's crack open this chart and see what's going on in the stock market today. Alright, so on the SPY ETF, we did see the price action relatively flat today, only going up 0.08%. But that is a price action close back above all of the moving averages and back above that critical level at 381. So this is definitely bullish price action, and you could see that the bullish trend is back to picking up momentum. Now don't forget, we do have a gap below that won't close until a price target hits at 377. So if we do start to see selling, which is still very likely in this market, we could find a very important support level right around 377 on SPY. If we break and close below there, it's still possible we find support at 374. And as you know, we have a positive sloping 50 EMA where we could still find support at 371. Now, as far as resistance levels go, there's not many left, and there's really only one left right around 384 and the previous all-time high, which is just a few cents higher. So expect strong resistance around this 384 level. But if we do break and close over 384, it means we're well on our way back up to this price target above at 393. So there's still a ton of support below, and this market is still bullish because the price action and the trend are still very strongly bullish. Don't try to short this market because you never know where the top is actually going to be, especially when we have a price target all the way up there at 393, and it does look like we're going to slowly trend towards that level. Remember, we would need to see the price action and the trend turn to bearish before we invalidate that price target above at 393. Next up is the Nasdaq 100 Triple Qs ETF, and we see the Triple Qs going down negative 0.4% after a very strong gap up open. We did gap up to a brand new all-time high, however we didn't hold that price and we did close lower for the day. So that's not a brand new all-time high on closing prices, but we did close right on top of that support level right around 326. As far as support levels go on the Triple Qs, the gap close should be a strong support, which is right around 323. And there will be a strong support around that 20 simple moving average around 319. So there's still a ton of support below the Nasdaq 100, and we still have bullish price action with a strong bullish trend. So like I said on the SPY, don't try to call a top because it's still very likely we continue higher towards these price targets. This 330 price target is still acting as a strong resistance, and we would still need to break and close over there before we could get to 333. So there's still some upside left in the Nasdaq, but we need to break through that resistance level. As you can tell, there's a lot more support below than there is resistance above. So if this market does start to short squeeze and we do start getting some bullish momentum and we start running, it wouldn't be surprising to see us get to that level 333 in a hurry. From today's close, that's only about 2% higher, which as you can tell in this market, we can move 2% in one day very easily because we just saw it this week with the last few days. So with all this bullish energy in the market, it's still fully possible that we do still see volatility and that we do come down and close this gap at 323. However, that doesn't mean you want to get bearish on this market just because we see a little bit of selling, because these are strong support levels and we're likely just going to bounce off of those levels and continue to trend higher. On the Dow Jones DIA ETF, we see a strong price action day going up 0.14% and back to closing above those 13 and 5 EMAs. We're still below a positive sloping 20 simple moving average, but we are trending in the right direction. We held up above that critical support level at 300 and we're still over a positive sloping 50 EMA. So look for the Dow to try to close back above the 20 simple moving average at 308 and start trending back towards my price target at 312. On the ARKK ETF, we went down negative 0.53% and we're still closing over all of the moving averages with a bull trend. So the ARKK ETF is likely still heading up towards our price target at 149. A break and close over 149 should head us up to 155. We should still find support at the 20 simple moving average at 142. If we break below there, there's still that strong support level at 135. On the VIX, which is the fear indicator, we continue to head lower and we went down negative 10% today and we're back to closing below all of the moving averages on the VIX. You could see the bullish trend is losing momentum and it does look like we're starting to head down towards a bearish trend on the VIX. So if the VIX continues to fall, that means fear is still leaving this market and a low fear environment is indicative with new all-time highs. So if the fear levels continue to drop, expect the stock market to continue to head higher. On the US dollar, we're still looking like we're starting to break out of this resistance level at 91.09, so it does look like the dollar is continuing to strengthen. There's still a resistance level that we're holding up below, which is a Fibonacci extension at 91.12. So the dollar is still at a very critical resistance level, But as you can tell from this chart, it is definitely picking up some bullish momentum. So if the dollar is going to remain bullish, we'll likely see it dip and bounce off of these support levels and continue to trend higher. However, if we break back below the 50 EMA, it's still possible that this was just a dead cat bounce in the dollar, a corrective wave to the larger bear market, and that we're going to continue to head lower. On gold, we're still seeing gold holding up above support at 1826, and it is likely going to test that support level in the very near future. There's still a price target above, which is also resistance at 1861. On silver, it looks like we got a successful bounce off of support today at 2650, and it does look like we're trying to head higher on the silver market. The price targets above are at 2755, and if we break and close over that level, we do have another price target at 29. If we break below support, it's fully possible that silver heads all the way back down to the $25 support level. On Bitcoin, we did get that breakout and that confirmation close over that $35,000 level, and as you can tell, it does look like Bitcoin's ready to run. Bitcoin's currently at $37,000, and it does look like it's trying to head up to the price target at $42,700. This could be a buy the dip market in Bitcoin because we did get that confirmation breakout. So I'm looking to see if Bitcoin's going to dip back to $35,000, and if it does, it could be a buy as we continue to head higher towards that price target. On Amazon stock, we had a nice gap up after earnings and then gave it all back, going down -2% today, but closing right around an important support level. This $3,300 level is support, and we are holding up over the positive sloping 5 EMA. You can see that we are in a bullish trend on Amazon, and if we can get a price action bounce off of the support level, that will be bullish, and Amazon could start to run. On Apple stock, we see a price action close above the 20 simple moving average, but we did go down -0.78% today. It does look like we're starting to lose some bullish momentum in Apple, but if we do get a price action bounce off of this 20 simple moving average, we could go back up and test that resistance level at 136. So Apple's sort of just cooling off, and it does look like it's holding up above support, and it could start bouncing as soon as tomorrow. If this support level breaks down, look for possible support at the 50 EMA at 129. And if we break below that, there is another support level at 126. On the financials, we continue to see the price action bouncing and heading higher, and it does look like we're confirming that bounce off of the 50 EMA. So look for the financials to try to break back above that 20 simple moving average to continue their bullish run. On the industrials, the price action is slowly climbing, and we're still below that 20 simple moving average. There's not a lot of trending in the industrials, and it really just looks neutral and flat right now as it continues to try to break back above its 20 simple moving average. On the healthcare sector, you can see some bearish trending building up, and it does look like we're trying to head back towards the 50 EMA to test that level as support. So the healthcare sector is definitely looking like it's showing some signs of weakness here. So going back to the S&P 500, you could definitely see some scenarios in the sectors where we're still seeing some weakness. The tech sector was down today, and we still see weakness in the healthcare sector. The financials and the industrials are trying to recover, but they really don't look like they're strongly trending in the bullish direction. The good news is the VIX is heading lower, which means low fear, but we're also seeing a strengthening dollar. So I can't stress it enough that there is definitely some cracks in the bullish armor. However, the price action and the trend are still bullish, and those are what we're going to go by. We're not going to get bearish on this market until the price action and the trend tell us that this bull market is likely over, and then we could expect that deeper correction that everybody keeps thinking is right around the corner. Could it be around the corner? Possibly, but we're going to let the price action and the trend tell us when it's here, and we're preparing accordingly. Remember, prepare for the worst and hope for the best. If you're looking for a disciplined and profitable trading community, come check out the Stocks Channel Discord. You can find out how to join by clicking on the link in the description of this video. So next up, let's take a look at the Stocks Channel Hot Stocks. Welcome to Hot Stocks. First up, we're going to start with Tesla stock, and we did see Tesla getting a little beat up today, going down -2%, but still closing above that 5 EMA. You can see the moving averages here are definitely losing some bullish momentum, but we are still holding up in a bull trend with some bullish price action. So we're holding up right around that price target at 859, and if we can continue to close over these moving averages, we could head back up towards that price target at 906. However, remember that Tesla is finishing a fifth wave, and it is possible that we already saw the top. We still haven't formed a brand new all-time high, and it does look like we're losing some momentum here. So if the price action does start closing below the 20 simple moving average right around $840, that will be a warning sign. Remember that it's fully likely that Tesla could pull back towards this 50 EMA right around $725. So if you see the price action start breaking down in Tesla stock, that'll be your sign to get out before it falls a lot more towards that 50 EMA. However, if we hold up above this level, and we even blast and break through 906, it is possible we haven't seen the top yet and we could head towards that price target at 967. So watch that critical support level right around that $840 mark, because if we do start closing below there, that will be a sign that we're heading much lower. Next up is NEO stock, and the same thing I said with Tesla stock applies to NEO stock as well. If we start breaking and closing below this $55 level, that will be the sign that we likely saw the top in NEO and that it needs to go through a correction. The 50 EMA on NEO is down here at $51, and there is a strong support level down here at around $49. However, for the time being, NEO is holding up above support, but it does need to try to break back above its 20 simple moving average at $58. The price targets above are still at 61, and if we break and close over that, we could head back to $65. On Pltr stock, we saw the price action going up 2.39% today, and we're back to closing above that support level at $31. You could see we're closing below the 5 EMA and the 13 EMA, and we are starting to lose some bullish momentum. However, we're still holding up above a positive sloping 20 simple moving average, and we are holding up above support. So look for Pltr to try to head back up towards a price target at $36, and if it can break and close over 36, it could run back to 45. Support levels are going to be at 31, and then down here around the 20 simple moving average around $29. On Zoom stock, we saw a big sell-off today going down negative 2.9%, and we're back below that support level at 383, but we are holding up above that 13 EMA at 379. You could see that we do have a positive sloping 20 simple moving average, and the price action is still holding up above that 20 simple moving average. We do have some bullish trending, but we are back below that 50 EMA, even though we did break and close over that level yesterday. So Zoom stock is definitely playing around and trying to bore people out of the stock before it gets ready to start running towards the price target at $418. There's still a strong resistance level at $395, so we will still need to break and close over that level before we can get past that resistance and head to $418. Watch the support levels below at $379, and that 20 simple moving average, if we get there, is right around $373. Next up is CRM stock, and we did see CRM going up about 0.25% today, and we did find support at the previous price target at $232, and we did bounce off of that level. It's still possible that we come back to that level and try to test it as support again before we get to our price target at $238. If CRM can break and close over $238, it could start running and it could head much higher. Also, don't forget that CRM did open up a gap below, and that gap will close around $229. Next up is Snow, and we did see Snow going up today 1.31% and closing above our first price target and finding it as support right around that 304 level. So we hit our first price target in no time flat, and if you're on the Stocks Channel Discord, we were buying all the way down here around $267, and now we're all the way up here at $304. So this has been a great hot stock, and it still has a lot more room to run. The first price target at 304 has officially been met, and we've exceeded that level because we've gone all the way up to 319. The next price target I'm looking for Snow to start running towards is all the way up here at $350. This stock is definitely picking up some bullish momentum, and as you can tell, we're now blasting through resistance levels and starting to form some daily higher highs. So this stock is really just getting started, and I would call Snow a buy the dip stock as it continues its run towards $350. So remember, if you want brand new hot stocks on the ground level daily, consider checking out the Stocks Channel Discord. You can find out how to join by clicking on the link in the description of this video. So thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you're crushing this market and making a ton of money. And as always, I will see you in the next episode.